Rediscover your past by digitizing your family's memories with LEGACYBOX. Watch until the end of this video to find out more about preserving your legacy, and then visit legacybox.com/recollection. By 1947, the United States population had grown to 144 million people, and everyone was settling into a strange new era. The war had just ended, but communist tensions were rising, adding a new threat to democracy in America. These are the events of the year 1947. On January 15th, the brutalized body of Elizabeth Short, later known as the Black Dahlia, was discovered in Los Angeles, a grisly unsolved murder that would haunt the public for decades. Just 10 days later, on January 25th, notorious gangster Al Capone died in Florida from complications of syphilis, marking the end of the most infamous gangster in American history. In New York City on February 21st, the founder of Polaroid, Edwin Land, demonstrated the first instant camera, the Land Camera Model 95, allowing photos to be developed in minutes. This was a revolutionary step in photography, and it would go on sale the next year. On March 12th, President Harry S. Truman addressed Congress and introduced what became known as the Truman Doctrine, pledging support to nations resisting communism and effectively signaling the start of the Cold War. April 7th brought sad news with the passing of automotive titan Henry Ford. He died at age 83 from a cerebral hemorrhage, leaving behind a legacy that transformed modern industry. History was made on April 15th, when Jackie Robinson stepped onto the field for the Brooklyn Dodgers, breaking Major League Baseball's color barrier and forever changing the sport. Disaster struck on April 16th, when a massive explosion aboard the freighter Grand Camp in Texas City, Texas, killed nearly 600 people, making it one of the deadliest industrial accidents in U.S. history. On April 19th, President Harry Truman officially opened the first White House bowling alley, a small but memorable addition to the West Wing. April 30th was the day that the Boulder Dam was officially renamed the Hoover Dam, in honor of former President Herbert Hoover. On May 11th, the B.F. Goodrich Company announced the development of the tubeless tire, an innovation that would improve automobile safety and performance. In a major policy shift on June 5th, Secretary of State George C. Marshall unveiled the Marshall Plan, a massive effort designed to rebuild war-torn Western Europe, revive its industrialization, and counter the spread of Soviet communism. Released on June 11th, the film Miracle on 34th Street debuted in theaters, eventually becoming one of the most beloved Christmas movies of all time. On July 7th, reports began to emerge of a mysterious crash near Roswell, New Mexico. This event sparked belief in the existence of extraterrestrial life, and also became the basis for UFO conspiracy theories. On July 18th, Florence Blanchfield became the first woman to hold permanent military rank in U.S. history when she was appointed a lieutenant colonel in the U.S. Army. By August 23rd, the first Little League World Series championship was played in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, marking the beginning of what would become a global youth sports tradition. A sweeping reorganization took effect on September 18th, with the passage of the National Security Act of 1947. This act created the Department of Defense, the CIA, and the National Security Council. It also established the Air Force as its own branch of the military. On September 30th, the New York Yankees defeated the Brooklyn Dodgers in the first World Series game ever broadcast on television, ushering baseball into the TV era. In a historic first, on October 5th, President Harry Truman delivered the first televised address from the White House. He used this new platform to ask Americans to conserve food in order to aid European countries that were rebuilding. On October 14th, Air Force test pilot Chuck Yeager became the first person to fly faster than the speed of sound, breaking the sound barrier and becoming the face of fearless flying. On November 2nd, aviation pioneer Howard Hughes piloted his massive plane, Spruce Goose, on its first and only flight, demonstrating the potential of flying large aircraft. Television history was made on November 6th with the debut of Meet the Press, created and hosted by Martha Roundtree. The news show would go on to become the longest-running TV show in American history. By November 24th, the House of Representatives cited the so-called Hollywood 10 for contempt of Congress, escalating tensions over alleged communist influence in the film industry. The following day, on November 25th, Hollywood studios began enforcing a blacklist, denying work to those suspected of communist ties, during a growing period of fear and suspicion. A technological breakthrough occurred on December 23rd, when a team from Bell Labs demonstrated the first transistor, laying the foundation for modern electronics. In closing out the year, on December 27th, the children's television program Howdy Doody made its debut on NBC, becoming an early favorite in the new medium of television. Recollection Road and LEGACYBOX both believe it's important to preserve the past. If you're like me, there's a box of your family's treasured home movies and photos tucked away somewhere, and LEGACYBOX can help you preserve them digitally. The process is a simple and safe solution for converting your home movies and photos to thumb drive or to the cloud. Just send in your LEGACYBOX filled with old VHS and camcorder tapes, film reels, and pictures, and get back digital copies that can be easily enjoyed, shared, and kept organized. It's that easy. LEGACYBOX is trusted by over 1 million people, and it's all done right here in the USA. Get started preserving your past today. Go to legacybox.com/recollection to get an incredible 55% off. Buy today to take advantage of this exclusive offer and send in your memories when you're ready. Go to legacybox.com/recollection to save 55% while supplies last. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything, and make sure to check the description of this video for links to pick up a t-shirt. Thank you to our loyal Patreon supporters listed here. Visit patreon.com/recollectionroad to join the club.